I've been in the pneumatic division for 6 years now with Autumn Transport, and today I'm going to show you how to operate this trailer. So first thing, I want to check in with the customer and find out exactly where I want to hook up, where they want me to hook up and unload at. Then I'm going to come over here to hook up the hotline to the pump. Now you want to make sure that these are good and snug on there, and it would be a good idea to have a strap to go around it so it doesn't pop off when you're unloading. Now I'm going to go to the front and engage the pump so we can start to build pressure and unload the load. The clutch in and put it in gear. Reach down here, turn the pump on, take the truck back out of gear and let the clutch out slow. Okay, so we got our pump running now, and now we want to come over here to the blowdown. We want to close this off so we can build pressure inside the tank. This right here is our top air. It allows us to put air in the trailer from the top of the trailer. Typically I don't use top air a lot, so I keep that shut, so I close that. This is our pressure control valve. In order to start building pressure, we need to close this all the way. And this is our aerators. This brings the air in through the bottom. It fluffs the product up. You have to have one of these open, either your aerator or your top air, to get air into the trailer. All right, over here we're gonna go to, this is our gauge box. This is gonna have our line pressure gauge and our tank pressure gauge. And this gauge right here lets us know how much product we have in the trailer. Typically most places want us to unload around 10 pounds of pressure. Some of them will be a little more. They'll let you get away with like 12, or some of them will be a little less. So we're gonna build the pressure up to 10 on the tank pressure gauge. Once it gets to 10, we go over here to our pressure control valve. We open it up, and this is kind of what's going to control your tank pressure. And then we're ready to go over here and open up the product valve. So you want to open the product valve up until your line pressure gauge reaches your tank pressure gauge. So if we're at 10, our line pressure gauge should be at 10. After I've opened my product valve, sometimes you might lose tank pressure. That's where your pressure control valve is going to come in handy. You can start to lift it up and get it to where you need, so you can stabilize that tank pressure where you want it. All right, so 80% of the product that we unload over here at Autumn is light and fluffy. So I use my aerators a lot when I unload. This will turn your aerators off and then back on. But you also have these levers which will individually shut the air off to this pod and this one, all four of them. When I unload, I typically leave the one on that I'm unloading and shut the other ones off. That way it'll create more of a vibration and help you unload faster. You want to watch your gauges as you're unloading. When you start to empty out, you'll hear the trailer, it'll vibrate. You want to listen because you'll hear it get louder. And then you'll see your tank pressure and your line pressure start to drop when you become empty. Then you want to shut the product valve off. Come back over here to our pressure control valve so we can start building pressure back again until we get the tank pressure up to 10 again. Then we'll repeat the process. Now we're empty and we're going to do a clean out. I want to make sure all my aerators are on to vibrate any product that's left over out of the trailer. We're going to close our pressure control valve, build up to 10. Once we get to 10, we're going to open our pressure control valve, go back here to our last pod, open it up slowly, and I'll take my hammer and knock the trailer. Any of the product that's on the walls or anything, you want to make sure that you get it knocked down so the trailer will be empty. Open our blowdown to make sure that we get all the pressure out of the tank before we disconnect any hoses. Very important because this is under pressure and you can get hurt. So we've hit our blowdown and we've got all the tank pressure to 0. We're going to come to the back and disconnect our product line. Put our end cap back on. We're going to go to the front.